If you're a busy 30-year-old Singaporean who keeps saying, next time when I earn more money, then I'll start investing, that delay might be costing you thousands of dollars, but you don't even realize it yet. Because every year that you make your New Year resolutions and you just push investing to, later lah, you're not just losing time. You're potentially losing money that could be compounding in the stock market and the confidence that comes from finally starting today. In 2025, I earned over $70,000 from stocks while working full-time as a physio, not from day trading or gambling, I wish, but with simple systems that ensured that my money was working for me even when I was sleeping. So by the end of this video, you'll see the exact apps I use, how I personally invest, and the money mindsets that help me stay consistent so you can build an investing system that fits your life and helps you sleep more peacefully at night as well. So the first app that made me money in 2025 was the Longbridge Singapore App. And honestly, because I only started using this app in 2025, it isn't about getting rich, it's just about getting started. Most people don't start investing because they're overwhelmed with too many random ass opinions online, or they're just scared of losing money. Or maybe the most common one you hear is that they need to wait till they have a lot of money saved up before investing. Who even knows what that sum looks like? 10k, 100k, 500k? You're gonna wait for 500k then you start investing? I used to feel the same way, and believe me when I say this, all the investors swear by this, they wish they started investing way earlier. That's why this example is interesting, because I only started using this app in 2025, around 7 to 8 months ago, and that alone is a really good example that it's never too late to start investing, and you definitely don't need such a big sum like $100,000 to start investing. You also shouldn't be thinking so far ahead into investing for retirement straight away, because that usually overwhelms people. Of course, it's good to have a big goal so that you know that you are heading in the right direction, but right now you just need your first win to build a bit of momentum. If I told you right now, before you even start running, that the moment you need to start running a full marathon, how are you going to feel? Most likely you're going to give up. So here's what I did to start this investment portfolio in 2025. I signed up, deposited $10,000, and I used the new user promotion that Longbridge had to my advantage. All I had to do is make 5 buy trades and keep the funds in the account for 90 days. I also enabled their Cash Plus feature, which puts the remaining idle cash into money market funds that pay me daily interest. This can help people to dip their toes into the world of investing first, and it counts as a small confidence win. Let's be honest, this is not retirement money, just progress in the right direction. And here's what those small wins look like for me. $621 from buying VOO stock, $272 from the free Apple stock, which is from the new user promotion, and finally $109.23 from money market funds interest. So even though the screenshot shows about $14,000 in my portfolio right now, I actually started with just $10,000, and after 8 to 9 months, I end up with about 1,261 Singapore dollars of unrealized gains in total, which is around 12.6% return, which is not too shabby. Don't get me wrong, obviously it doesn't mean that you are guaranteed to make money just because you can participate in a new user promotion, because nothing in life is ever guaranteed. This is just me sharing my portfolio as of today in the making of this video. If you're watching this in 2026 and you want to explore the Longbridge Singapore new user promotion and get started with investing, you can scan the QR code here or sign up with the link down below in the description box. I'll also be covering the other brokers I use like Interactive Brokers and Moomoo as well, so feel free to check out the links in the description box to compare and choose based on your own goals and comfort level. This isn't about copying me, but about finding what fits you at your current life stage. Now, as nice as that first win was, it made me realize something important. Confidence alone doesn't build long-term wealth, but instead consistency does. And that's where the second app comes in, which is Interactive Brokers or IBKR. This portfolio was something I only started in 2025 as well, in March, right before that short market sell-off around April. And honestly, that was a good reminder that it's never too late to start, especially during very big market downturns like the tariff situation. But most people hesitate because they want the best timing, the lowest price, and the perfect entry. They think that coming into this investing field that they are this sniper with this gut feel and instinct, and they are able to just snipe the stocks at the best price, even though they have no experience and everything, and somehow it's just going to work out. I don't know where these people get this confidence from. Maybe they are carrying over the confidence from how capable they are in their jobs and they're trying to bring it into these things. I don't know, man. But most people, they wait and they eventually miss the train because they were using lump sum investing, which requires investing a big amount of money, and most people just chicken out when it comes to a big sum of money. I talk so much trash about people, but honestly I was very guilty of this as well because of my past day trading habits. When markets were high, I was scared to buy. When markets were down, I was also scared to buy. Alright, no matter what happens, I'm just so scared. And because of that, I didn't invest as consistently as I wanted to, especially in 2024. Talk about regrets every single year. So definitely make sure that your 2026 is not something you're going to regret at the end of this year. Because I'm going to make this exact same video next year and I'm going to call you guys out about it, and you guys will kind of reflect it if you're still watching my channel and if you don't get offended after watching this video. But that's honestly why I started this Interactive Brokers portfolio with one clear purpose, to remove decision making from that whole process, to remove myself from this whole process, because I know that I'm untrustworthy in terms of my own emotions, and I use it mainly to invest into the S&P 500 through the stock CSPX. And I set up a recurring monthly investment so that I buy automatically. It helps me to buy automatically without me doing anything, and no matter how I feel about the market that single month. I'll also be super honest as well, IBKR isn't the most user-friendly app, because for me, I was used to it because I used it for my day trading in the past, so I can still somehow get used to the user interface, but some people who are beginners might find it a little bit challenging, and it might come at you all at once as a lot of black and white, and it's very difficult for you to use compared to the a little bit more beginner-friendly like Longbridge or even Moomoo Singapore apps. But for me, it's reliable, reputable, and it does exactly what I need, which is automation. This recurring setup uses dollar cost averaging, and that one change alone made me a much calmer and overall a much more relaxed investor, which just overall brings a better quality of life. Because why do you want to have your emotions highly strung all the time when you're investing? You want to be chill, relaxed, you know? You don't want to be too crazy about the numbers, you know, like all the Wall Street traders, things go flying here and there, and then you're like, oh, and then you don't know what to do, right? Yeah, you shouldn't be like that. But this system works especially well for me because I know I'm an emotional person. My decisions can be very easily affected by stress, lack of sleep, or just a long week at work. Humans aren't wired to be perfectly logical investors, and pretending otherwise, well, you're probably just flat out lying to yourself, right? So instead of trying to fix my emotions through counseling and therapy, I built a system that works despite them. Because of all that, I'm actually much more relaxed now, and I honestly couldn't tell you the S&P 500 price right now, and that's overall a good thing because I'm not checking the charts every other day to see if I'm making money or I'm losing money. And when it comes to investing for retirement, I think two things matter more than anything else. Number one is the runway, which is how long your money has to compound, and number two is the returns, which is how much returns you're projecting for the investment itself. So for me, this portfolio is meant for the long term, and I mean really long, until my retirement at 65 years old. Actually, maybe not that long because I'm really turning 32 years old this year, but I think I might just work past 65 years old anyway. So I'm okay with market ups and downs as long as I stay consistent. That's why I chose something broad like the S&P 500 instead of trying to pick individual stocks to become one-hit wonders. So in 2025, I committed to investing 2,000 Singapore dollars every month into this portfolio starting in March, and so far I've invested about $25,235. As of filming of this video right now, the portfolio is up around $2,783, which works out to a roughly 11% of returns. Of course, this is just all unrealized profit as of filming this video. Everything could just very easily go down after, me putting this video up. But as of today, right now as I check my phone, this is what I have on the app itself. Investing obviously takes practice, confidence, and good emotional control to become better every single year. And that's why I'm documenting this whole process on YouTube for you guys, so that hopefully I keep showing up and I get better every year as well, and I practice what I preach so you guys can benefit from just watching my behind the scenes and trying to live vicariously through my investment portfolio without using your own money. How nice is it, right? Just to watch videos and to see, oh, is this guy's investment working or is it not? Yeah, I document my struggles on YouTube all the time as well. So you can see when I fail, you can see when I succeed. So these are just some very nice ways to document my process. But honestly, the real win here isn't the short-term dollar amount, even though it's nice to see the performance and it's up on the portfolio. But it's the fact that I finally built a system that I can stick to for the long run, and hopefully it will pay off when I'm ready to retire in the future in about 33 years time. And that brings us to the most enjoyable but riskiest and most speculative part of my portfolio. I need to start this off by saying this is the part of my portfolio that you cannot blindly follow. This is one of the riskiest things that I'm doing, and I'm comfortable with it. If you're not comfortable with it, don't follow blindly, right? Okay, now that I've established that, I just want to say that I found a very nice system of investing consistently, so I now have the freedom to do whatever I want with the rest of my money. Now, obviously, I'm not telling you to go to the MBS casino and bet everything on black, but instead, I choose to allocate some of my money to scratch my day trading itch. I have a lot of that itch, and I do so on the Moomoo Singapore app. I want to be very clear about this because this is the most speculative part of my portfolio, and it's not something I recommend to beginners. So beginners, shut off this video, shut off your ears, stop watching this, off the sound, I don't know. You can continue watching this in the background, whatever it is, just to give me AdSense money, but don't continue this video if you're going to blindly follow my trades or follow my portfolio in this sense. So I set this up deliberately so that I wouldn't interfere with my long-term investments when markets get volatile. I also realized something about myself, which is when I don't do anything with my long-term investments, I get very restless because I feel like I'm not being productive and making progress. I want to do nonsense, and you hear this so often out there, like what, rebalancing, buy new stocks, selling stocks to lock in profit because the market is so overextended. And if I don't have a place for all the energy to go, I might do something stupid with my long-term portfolio as well. So instead of fighting that urge, I found a way to contain it. you know how the saying goes, if you can't beat them, join them, right? So the main individual stock I invested in here was Nvidia, and of course, no surprise, I also bought it in 2025 during the market crash. I really like using and playing around with AI, and I've always wanted to invest into a stock that will be part of this AI wave as well. So Nvidia sells the data chips that the computers need to run these AI services, so I wanted to partake in that as well. In total, I invested around $20,000 to buy 150 shares of Nvidia, and the total returns as of this video is $12,588 US, which is right about 16.2k Singapore dollars, which is close to an 80% profit. I know, right? Mind blowing for just 8 months of investing. It's pretty crazy because it just means that 10% profit per month, which is insane. But I think you're seeing a bit of a pattern here. You will realize that because I was willing to take more risk during the market downturns, I was able to benefit more when the markets recover after that. But there's only a possibility if you choose higher quality stocks. The second way that I invest on Moomoo is through option selling, and I'm doing it primarily on the Tesla stock right now. This is not an options tutorial, and it's definitely not for everyone. I've been doing this for about 2 years, and even now I'm still learning and adjusting as I make mistakes along my journey. Everyone makes mistakes, but I'm man enough to admit that I'm making those mistakes and document it on YouTube for you guys to see as well. So for me, option selling acts as a controlled way to generate monthly income, but only on stocks I'm willing to own long term. It involves real risk, big drops on your capital, and real responsibility, which is why I rarely talk about it in detail on my YouTube channel, if you realize. I usually use about 90 to 100,000 US dollars to sell options, and I've earned a total of 38.9k US dollars, which is around 50,700 Singapore dollars in 2025. Adding everything up, that brings us to a grand total of 70,944 Singapore dollars for investing in stocks in 2025, which is freaking crazy when you think about it. I never thought that I'll be able to earn such a big amount of money just through investing. It really proves, after so many years of work and so much tears, blood, sweat, whatever it is, but also just putting my own hard-earned money into the stock market, having that experience, learning from it, adjusting, and really trying to find a way to get to the next level. That's really been paying off in 2025, because that earning equals to about 5.9k per month, and that was more than double of my starting salary as a physio back when I first started working. And when you zoom out, that's really my aim for the entirety of this video, not to flex how much money I've earned, but to show you the mindset behind the different investing platforms I've built for myself based on my own life stage and risk tolerance. I can only help you so much through documenting my life through my videos, because I don't know your life or context. Maybe I know some of you, but I don't know most of you, so you gotta decide for yourself. You know yourself best, and if you don't, I suggest you start reflecting on that, hopefully so that your 2026 can be better than last year. Hopefully this video helps you to understand how to use the different investing platforms for different goals and get you started on investing. If you enjoyed this video here, then you'll probably enjoy this video here. Thanks for watching, have an amazing day as usual, and I'll see you guys in the next few videos. Bye bye.